Vyacheslav Matuzov, the Director of Friendship and Business Cooperation Society with Arab countries.
This leaks not unexpected acts from the American administration, because if we take into consideration that approach to Syrian crisis for 1 year and more was according to the one conclusion that behind all Arab Spring is American plans, geopolitical plans to overthrow unpleasant regimes in the Middle East. I think that it is unexpected only for those who were considering the Middle East revolutions as a business of internal Arab world. But on my opinion, the United States of America helped the situation in the Arab world during 1 year. And this is why we consider that all what is going on is based on American policy. I think that it is not an expected step. America helped opposition leaders with weapons, with instructions, with financing, with political and informational support. They faced a Russian position that suggested a political solution, international Syrian inter-Syrian dialogue, but it was absolutely unclear whether this Russian suggestion for the American side is acceptable. Now, this leaks, that was not accidental, opens the door for understanding that put an end on Kofi Annan's mission. These Russian efforts to preserve the situation from military confrontation, to put it into the framework of political solution, it cannot be realized without American rejection. America rejects Russian efforts for peaceful solution and preferred military actions. I think that response for this American approach will be one, increasing tension, military tension in Syria, and I think that Russia should put an end on its efforts to influence on Syrian authorities to calm down military confrontation. Military confrontation is not the initiative of Syrian government. Military confrontation that in increasing pace are the subject of American policy in the Middle East. So it is not for Russians, for Americans to decide the behavior of Syrian authority. Syrian authority I'm sure, will defend itself, and they have all opportunities to withstand with this informational, political, and now openly military pressure on it.
But Mr. Matuzov, just how legal could this move be from the point of view of international legislation? Because as far as we understand, the United Nations Security Council has never approved any assistance either to the opposition or to the governmental forces.
I think that after the crushing of the Soviet Union, United States forget about international law, about Security Council resolutions, about all legitimacy of their actions. We watched these things in Kosovo, we watched the thing in Bosnia, we watched these things in Iraq and many other, in Afghanistan, many other places in the world. I think that now the United States demonstrates unipolar approach to the solution of all hot issues in the world. I think it is continuation of American geopolitical game, aiming at imposing to the world their will as a last judge for any problems, for any questions existing in our globe.
Mr. Matuzov, now this leak is a kind of unprecedented openness on the part of the U.S. authorities now, which definitely have confronted a staunch opposition from Russia and China in the matter of Syria. Now you have extensive contacts in the Arab world. So what could this open position of the United States, what implications could it have for the stance of the United States in the Middle East?
American look at Russian and Chinese position as a confrontation. So it is confronting not only Syrian regime, it is confronting international law, it is imposing for Russia and for China new rules of world order that they prefer to be dominating in 21st century in relations with Russian Federation, with Chinese Republic, with all over the world. I think that we are witnessing a new efforts of the United States administration to impose to the world a new order of a power that can dominate and can give orders to other states.
Could it backfire on the United States?
I don't think it will be some backfire for the United States, because the United States is a great power, certainly. And I think that it is absolutely clear that resistance for this policy will continue, and I'm sure that Russian position, absolutely clear, laid down by our foreign minister Sergei Lavrov, who explained that events surrounding Syria are not events that concern only local or regional issues. It is as said Mr. Lavrov, it is the regulating of new international law that will be dominating in the 21st century. I agree with Mr. Lavrov, absolutely.
Sir, thank you so much. And just to remind you, this time our guest speaker was Vyacheslav Matusov, the Director of Friendship and Business Cooperation Society with Arab countries.